Hello, this is Robert Wells of DNAMatchHelp.com, and today I'm going to show you what I call my TestID MatchID trick. All right, let me give you just a little background of what that is. Say you have more than one DNA test, and you need to see if these tests match each other. They could be very distant matches, show up close. Sometimes when you do surname searches, that doesn't work so well. The search capabilities among your DNA matches is not, there's a lot to be desired. So I'll just give you a real quick background. On my dad's side of the family, we have a surname Yunt. And on my wife's mother's side of the family, she also has a surname Yunt. And these two families both come out of the same county in North Carolina. So I know that my father and I do not share any DNA with my wife. So, and I have on paper trail, I have traced back to my wife and I have a common seventh great grandfather. So I've had 3 of my father's brothers tested, and I want to find out if one of them shares DNA with my wife. Okay, and what you would do, you would go to your test, just one of the tests that you want to look at, don't really matter. So here, I'm going to choose my wife. Now, if you look up here in the URL, you will see a long string of numbers here. And let me bring up Notepad, and I will. And what you can do is right click, do a select all, right click again, copy. And then go down Notepad and paste it in there. And I'll tell you what we'll do, we'll make it just a little bit bigger so it's a little more visible here on the screen. Okay. All right, seems like my Notepad was having some problems. All right, make this a little bigger. Okay, if you look at this long string of numbers here, that is a unique identifier for your DNA test within Ancestry's computer system. So what you can do, highlight that, right click, and then choose copy. All right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete this here because we're going to come back and use this in a few minutes. And I'll tell you the best thing, what I'm doing here is just for our purposes here. You don't have to do this. And I'm going to save my wife's test ID here. All right, now I have already done this, so I'm not going to go through all 3 of my uncles. I'm going to go to the one that I do know that she matches. So I'm going to go here and pick my Uncle Donald. But now when you go here, you want to go into the DNA matches. And then what you can do, just pick the very first one. It doesn't really matter. And you go and just go in like you're looking at a DNA match. Okay, now I'm just going to show you this for reference purposes. I'm going to go copy this URL here. I'm going to show you how it's made up. Okay, if you go to the beginning of it, you see it's pointing to Ancestry.com DNA test. Now this string of numbers here is the actual DNA test that you're working with. Okay, now if you look right beside that, you will see the word match. And then you see a long string of numbers running all the way over here to a question mark. Now that is the actual match, the ID of the match that you're in. Okay, so what you can do, I've got the match ID of my wife here. So I go down and copy it. Now it's a little tedious up here, but you need to go up to the URL, down to where it says match, and just take it slow and highlight that match ID right down to the question mark. Make sure you don't cover up the question mark because you need that. All right, and then right click and say paste. So what I've done, I've taken the test ID of my wife's DNA test and I've replaced it in this string here pointing to the test of my Uncle Donald. So when I hit enter, it comes up and there it is. My wife shares 15.2 centimorgans with my Uncle Donald. So that is a good clue that the two Yunt families from that same county, which was Catawba County in North Carolina, and they are the same families going back to about the seventh great-grandfather generation from what I can tell in the paper trail. But I would like to research this further, but this is a really good clue that we have a common ancestor on my father's side of my family and my wife's mother's side of the family. All right, hope this was useful. Check out my YouTube channel, and also check out my website, DNAMatchHelp.com. If you need any further help, we can help you there, set up personal coaching sessions, and a few other services. Just check out our website. All right, this is Robert Wells of DNAMatchHelp.com. Till next time.